The state patrol was just over there a few minutes ago at their camp, and like I said, it'll probably be 3 different police agencies so they can all get the numbers. Oh, we all responded to these calls. We all need to get money for responding to these calls. And look how horrible these homeless people are. We had 3 calls about them, or we had 3 different agencies that responded to these things. Well, they all responded to one incident. And in some of these instances, it's just harassment. In this instance, it is likely that the cops were called by Fred Meyer over that lady, maybe even several times. Their camp is not cleaned up. They reposition themselves there. I figured I'd text Tom, which I literally just did before leaving, just to make sure he's alright, because I saw her alone over there next to the building. And he was not at camp, so. But the cops literally drove between my car here and the garden center there. They're just a little lane there. And then he stopped over right there, about halfway between here and the Fred Meyer gas station. So, I don't know, I'm not used to them actually patrolling the parking lot. I'm used to them pulling people over into the parking lot, though. And of course, he drove by my vehicle, so that does make me a little extra paranoid, of course. Oh, I just hope everything is copacetic, and I didn't see if he parked over here and talked to the managers or anything like that. Or if they have any issues with me being here, they haven't said anything. Obviously, I haven't been hooting and hollering and screaming and shouting and lighting shit on fire and blowing stuff up or anything nutty like that. And I'll probably be leaving here shortly. I've got a couple of places I was thinking about going that I don't know if they're safe to go to, but it's something. One of them I won't be able to go to until tomorrow morning. I was going to go there today. That lady and I, the first day, were planning on going to these different places, but the day we were going to go to those different places, she really had a major freak out, so we're still dealing with the repercussions and aftermath of that. So I didn't turn on the camera because anything horrible was happening or anything of that nature. I turned it on because of what's called just in case. There's a lot of times where nothing was happening, so I didn't turn it on and start recording, and then of course I started getting harassed heavy out of nowhere and didn't have time to start the recording. And then there's the situations where they wanted to make sure that I was separated from my telephone or any sort of devices to record their situation, because cops do love breaking the law. I think for most cops, the reason that they become cops is so that they can break the law by bullying people and get away with bullying people. So I'll probably give it about, I'll give it about 20 minutes to see if Tom messages me back to make sure he's alright. If he doesn't message me in the next 20 minutes or so, I'll probably worry, but, I can't just stick around here and get harassed, get pushed into a corner, and, I'm in a situation where I'm trying to turn in a lot of different cops. As soon as you tell a cop that, they start looking for excuses to lock you up. So, maybe the cops showed up here to arrest that lady. Maybe she did something nutty, because she was... Alright, so he was coming into Starbucks to make sure that his stuff was taken care of and plug in his electronics, and of course he made sure he was a customer. Starbucks is real good about that. They have a good policy for treating people like people, and they're closed now, obviously. But she was right there. That's why I went way around when I noticed it was actually her. And I was noticing she's not here. I didn't see her go to her camp. I didn't see Tom at the camp. So they might have come here to arrest her. I don't see their vehicle parked anywhere here, so it was probably just driving through to make sure. I just thought it was real fishy the way that he drove behind my vehicle real slow and then stopped in the middle of the lane there. But I don't know, I guess cops are taught to be very rude about their traffic etiquette. I've known a lot of cops who just can't seem to remember that there's a blinker. You know? There's a blinker on that vehicle for a reason, officer. If you're going to pull me over for not using my blinker, perhaps you should use your blinker. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's fair and equal, and it'll also help to prevent you idiots from getting into as many accidents as you do. Anyway, I got an ashtray over here that I got to use, which is nice. Also, that officer, I don't know if it's that police officer or another one, he just came back into the parking lot. I seen him, so I should probably get back to my vehicle and make sure nobody's messing with it. I might relocate it just to this side of the parking lot for the night, just to, out of sight, out of mind. I want to make sure Tom's safe, but I don't want to be by their camp. That lady's nuts. I think it might be lazy to... Oh, yep. That officer is stopped in the middle of the road up there. He has been stopped for quite a while. Fuck it. Now he's turning around again. Now he's coming this way. He might be looking for somebody. So, I hope whoever it is they're looking for, it don't take too long. Like I said, I'll give Tom about 20 minutes just to make sure he's safe. I'd really feel a lot more comfortable if it was like a park nearby that I could park at. But, with the public safety thing, well, that guy seemed like he was going to stop and talk to me, but then he realized I was talking on the phone. That's kind of a safety issue, too. If they see you're talking on the phone, they might assume you're talking to a person. They might have plans to harass you and realize it's probably not a good idea when you're on the phone. There are a few times in Chapel, Nebraska where my phone wouldn't even turn on. But I pretended I was talking to my phone when the cops went by because, well, that's deterrent. They're less likely to pull that bullshit if they know they're being recorded. They're also less likely to pull that bullshit if there's somebody else there. It's called preventative measures. When you understand that, well, that makes it so that you're able to possibly help somebody. With all the people that I had to explain that to, that you would think that they would already understand that. People who had explained that literal thing to me, you'd think that it would click. Anyway, whatever them cops keep coming through for, it is very likely over the drama over in this corner of the parking lot. Also, like I said, he came all the way down here to the gas thing and he parked in the middle of the road for like probably a good minute and a half for a second time. I don't want the cops messing with Tom. I don't want the cops messing with Molly. I don't want them messing with me either. Since I did see him leave the parking lot, I kind of feel like now would probably be the best time to leave and not get fucked with. There's also the fact that he left the parking lot and then came right back through the parking lot. And the fact that there was a state patrolman earlier doing the same thing, not through the parking lot, but directly across the street where those folks was camping. You know, I do kind of get the feeling that they are here for her. I heard a sound that almost sounded like a woman screaming, but it's electronic from somebody's radio back there. Well, there's a vehicle across the street. Looks like that police vehicle. So maybe he's parked there waiting for somebody. I don't know. So we'll go see just out of curiosity. That helped to burn up some time until there's a crosswalk until the 20 minutes is up. Also, if Tom gets a hold of me later on and needs help, I'll still show up. I'm just trying to, I don't want to leave and have him message me back and say, hey, could you come pick me up? She's driving me crazy, and there's a definite possibility that she's gonna get the cops called, and I don't want to deal with it. Oh, and other feathers. I've been picking up feathers. I want to use them for a suit I'm making. Well, crosswalk says I can walk, but there's a bunch of feathers. And no, that's not a police vehicle, it's just the same color. So, I guess what we got what we was looking for anyway, didn't we? See, that's one of the situations about being homeless, being able to record. There's a lot of times where the cops do mess with you. And if you don't record it, then it's their word versus yours. If you do record it, they're more likely to be on their best behavior, especially if it's being recorded live. I literally had to plead guilty to a crime I didn't commit in Rawlins, Wyoming, in order to get evidence back that they had stolen illegally. I even let them know that there was evidence of child molesters and rapists in my car, and in my Jeep, and they tried to have it towed and everything taken away so I couldn't get it. Delicious, right? Anyway, we're at 14 minutes and 47 seconds. So I suppose a little over 5 minutes left. And then, let me see, there was a while back that I was not getting a notification. Or it wasn't dinging when I was getting a notification if I was making a video. I was glad to have that turned off because I was sick of people dinging me when I was making a video, but then there's times where it's important and I actually need I need to know when somebody dings me. In the situation that Tom was in, he's likely got it all under control. And I'm hoping so. There's also the fact that he's 80 years old and this lady is completely batshit bonkers. I don't mean that clinically because that's not a clinical term. I don't know what she's got going on with her. I know that a lot of people do that whole I'm a tough guy even if they're a woman thing because they want people to accept them or want them to think that they're tough. And, well, that in many cases ends up with people who don't believe them, who don't think they're tough and don't want to have anything to do with them. Anyway, it's been close enough to long enough. I don't see the cops here messing with anybody. So I guess we can kind of just hope that they won't. I'm going to go ahead and end this video, I guess. You know how we end them. Good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper, and no victim left behind.